So, this is a video that is going to hopefully help me articulate what I want to do for my YouTube channel. I'm thinking about political activism. I'm thinking about movie reviewing. I don't know what I would call it, but something that would help debunk people that have gone into professions for the wrong reasons, and made things more about profit than anything else. That aren't in it for the best interests of people in general. They're just in it to make the money, and maybe it started off as something that was passionate and things like that. But for example, I see psychics. That's one thing that's on my mind right now, and I'm not sure about the validity of psychic reading and telepathy and things like clairvoyance. I also need to look into clairvoyance a little more because I'm still not sure about what that is. But there's that. Also, false motivational speaking, things they say, motivational speakers that talk about how that your life can be better because they say so. And I agree that there's some sort of way to help others, but it's a process that is it's one-on-one sort of thing. It's okay to give information and details, of your personal opinions, but to think that you're better than someone else is an absolute fucking farce. And I think people, they really need to check themselves all the time. My station is going to be revolved around mostly just questioning everything. I hope that I can use the name subjectively offensive. I think that sounds fantastic. I love it. Subjective, so it's based off of personal opinion, and offensive. Offensive is also subjective, in my opinion, and it's not a bad thing. To be offensive is to say something that someone is against, and that should be okay. It's just when things get based around hatred or one sort of view from a black and white perspective where there's not much insight or looking into, the ideas of the other person's perspective, and just claiming ignorance and arrogance just because they think that they're right and they can't be wrong, which is absolute and total bullshit. I believe that we're in this world to learn from one another and to share each other's experiences and to grow with each other. This world right now, it's all about division. There's a lot of unfortunate things happening right now where it's just a power struggle. It's a constant war against one another. No one, people don't come together collectively. You can't walk down the street and say hello or, wave to, the person that's walking by you without them thinking or assuming that you're some weirdo because you want to talk openly, and just express yourself openly, just think it's weird for someone to walk down the street and sing a tune, and dance and things like that. Why is it that when we're, walking out in public or anywhere like that, most of the time in parks and, in urban areas and anywhere really, I think that a lot of us are worried about what everyone else is thinking about us. And I don't even think that's really the issue. I think that it's, that's not the problem at all. I don't think at all that people are looking at you all the time. I think that most people think that, and and I do it too sometimes. I'm going down the street, walking around, and or I'm doing something, and I'm thinking about like, oh man, like who else is watching me do this? Am I doing this correctly? Because is there a certain way to walk or to express oneself? I'm an extrovert, so I talk openly, and sometimes it comes off that I'm psychotic or something because I'm talking to myself. But that's not a bad thing at all. That's just self-expression. That shouldn't be something that people judge or anything like that. I think that it's just our society, the way it's brought up and the way we're brought up, and especially with TV and tablets and phones and the social media, especially, it's a tool. It's a tool, and right now it's being used. It's being used in the wrong ways. In my opinion, it's a lot of individuals that want to find a voice, want to express themselves, but sometimes it's not even expression. It's just memes and sharing other things that companies and other individuals and organizations put out there in the web, just to get a response, and then you can get a like. You can get that like button, and then, oh man, you get that dopamine boost just comes up, and it just feels so good, doesn't it? And then the comments section, and people, they want to express their opinions on that individual topic, and if it's something that they don't agree with, then they, some people, a lot of people, they get they get upset. They get physically, like they feel like they've been just mistreated or misrepresented just from the views of individuals. I was going off topic there for a second. Back to with the comment section. It's just it has a lot of ups and downs, and I think that with Facebook, the group section and Messenger and all this stuff, it's a social network. They call it a social network, but it's not. It's an anti-social network, because this generation and the older generations now too, and everything like that, like we're all getting so wrapped up in just our statuses and and how many likes we have and how many friends we have on Facebook. Is it weird to have only double-digit friends? Like most people I know have 500 and 1,200 friends, and I can see it's obviously possible. Obviously, you can have as many friends as you want, and you can have meaningful relationships and moments and experiences with all of them. But I think that with the higher count of friends and other people, I think that it's harder that way. It's really hard that way to differentiate between the ones that you care about the most, because I just don't think that most from just experience so far in my life, that everyone is equal in everyone's eyes on their Facebook friends list. Like they're the ones that are very close to you, and you share with them, you want to talk to them, and you hang out, and you actually go out in public with each other and experience one another and all that. And then there's ones that you've met at a party, or met somewhere for a very short period of time, for like a night or so, and you add them to Facebook, and with the intention of probably seeing them again, hopefully, and then they just end up sticking on the Facebook there, and you don't really look to yourself or like think that maybe this person that's on my Facebook now, or Twitter, or Instagram, or whatever, is really worth having on the Facebook anymore, you know? Like, it's interesting. It's interesting. So I'm getting off topic again here. This is, this seems to happen a lot, and it's probably going to happen a lot. This, you know, my channel is going to be free flowing. There's not going to be any script. I'm not going to do that. I think that it's a lot better executed this way, because, you know, I don't want to put on this facade that, you know, I'm not someone that makes mistakes, and, you know, I don't make failures and things like that. You know, I have failed a lot in my life, and I think that it's the key to success is the failure. And I'm pretty sure I heard that from like a Hallmark card or something like that. But it makes sense, you know. We think so much about the failures that we have in our lives, but we never really look at or really can identify our successes. And we're all capable of them all. And we just, you know, I think that we just have to really be able to identify the failures that we've had, and be aware that, you know, it's okay, you know. It's perfect. It's, well, not perfect, but it's fine that, you know, we failed. And I think that's just the way it should go. You know, failure is necessary. You know, I always use that example, like the Wright brothers. Is it the Wright brothers? Wait, I'm having a brain fart all of a sudden. Yeah, I believe the Wright brothers. Wait. Yes, I just checked it on Google, and that's why Google is fantastic. You have, you know, the necessary capability of searching up whatever you need to search up in order to find the information you need. Because, you know, there's no way that all of us or any of us can know everything. And if there was a person that could know everything, then I am sure that person would have a very, very miserable existence, because, man, oh man, that is a lot of information, and I don't think that our brains would be able to handle all of it. That's for damn sure. I'm not sure if I can swear on this, but that's not really a swear word. That's just damn. Anyway, so yeah, no, the Wright brothers. They're the ones that first came up with the first airplane. You know, they invented the first flying vehicle, and they, of course, failed multiple times, and, you know, probably even catastrophic failure. But they finally succeeded into flying, into lifting off and soaring through the air like a bird. And, you know, I think the biggest part of all of that is being able to push through all of the bad, all of the, you know, the terrible failures and self-sabotaging ideas, and just thinking that, you know, am I really enough? Can I do anything in this world? You know, is there any you know, validity to my existence? You know, and I think getting over that bump is just is the most beautiful thing of all, for sure. We all have to get through misery to get to the other side. You know, it's the part of life. That's it. Happiness is not something that is just it just stays there, and it's always there, and there's no you know, there's no difference. It's just, there's ups and there's downs, and I believe 100% you have to go from the bottom. You have to be on the bottom, on the ground, and you have to feel failure and just misery and sorrow and in a sense suffering, to really, you know, appreciate the little things that you have, the little victories and successes that you have in your life. Okay, this video has gone on long enough, I think, at this point. This is my first YouTube video, I guess. You know, I was trying to think about getting like together the right camera and then technology that you need in order to make this video. But that being said, I think it's the content that means most. It's got nothing to do with how my facial features look, and just gotta make sure I got all the makeup on and everything else is perfect, right? Make sure the hat's on properly. Gotta measure across to see if it's good on both sides. Okay, perfect. No, it's just based around the content, and I'm doing this, to be honest, for myself. Right now, I have a lot of free time on my hands, and I need to put it to good use. And I think that my good use right now is to just to share my thoughts. And I hope some of you guys on the other end of this phone here, like it, pick up on it, and if so, just support me. I'm new to this whole thing, so any ideas, thoughts, tips, anything at all, just let me know. I'm absolutely open to any ideas, and I welcome any input from anyone. I hope that this is going to be it is going to be a thing, no matter if I don't get any views or not. I just I'm an extrovert, and I love talking, and I love sharing, and I'm just passionate about a lot of things, and I really hope that that there's going to be some change, and I want to be a part of the change, because there's just a lot of things in this world right now that are just very outdated and expired. There has to be this shift, and I hope that I can be a part of that, and I hope all you guys can as well. And so I guess this is the end of the video. What do they say? Please comment, subscribe to the channel. The channel is hopefully going to be called Subjectively Offensive. I went on Google and searched to see if that was taken already. If you guys could see or have heard of that statement being used in any other context through YouTube, I don't want to of course take that from someone. I'm surprised that I haven't been able to find anything on that name, because I figured that it was taken already, because I love it. It's fantastic, and it just rolls off the tongue. And so all right, guys, well, hopefully I will be seeing you on the other side. Peace.